She's answering me, so it's cool. Just chill. I should not come and meet you later. That's
You can do anything you like, but I don't want to continue having this conversation. Okay. Insist on having this conversation. I'm out.
In as much as I can easily dictate every housemate's strategies in this house, yet I kept on wondering if this particular strategies of theirs is also their personality, because up until now, Venita is yet to reconcile with her only blood in Biggie's house. Speaking about New, 3 good times, New has made an attempt to apologize to Venita over her outburst. I'm talking to you. New met Venita playing with Venita in the garden. Venita told New to just let her be. Another time again, while they were in the lounge, New also walked up to Venita. Venita said, I don't want to speak to you. 3rd time again, New has also walked up to Venita while Venita was having a conversation with Adekule in the pink room. And Venita is just saying, I cannot have this conversation. New pressured.
Tomorrow morning. So she just forgets about that, move on.
Even when Adekule suggested that they should just go and come back the following day, Neo was like, no, it seems as though Venita wants to speak to her cousin. And the next thing, Venita is saying, oh, me, I don't have this conversation with you. And when Neo pressurized it, and Venita just have to stand up and walk away from this particular room. Ah, Venita, is this a strategy for you, or is this your personality? Because you pick unnecessary fight. Still speaking about personality, this morning, Mercy is in the garden just reminiscing over her stay in the house, and Alex just walked into the garden. I don't understand how a full-grown adult will just eat the food. I don't even know when. And you not drop the plate you used to eat your food in the garden, and you went back in the house to sleep. And Mercy was like, I'm not going to touch it. Alex was just nice enough to pick the plate, return it to the sink. And still speaking about personality again, why is it that it's Cross that is washing plates and pots in the kitchen? Yes, I understand that they divided all the domestic works in Biggie's house. Some are assigned to the lounge, some are assigned to the kitchen, some in the room, and some in the closet, some in the toilet as well. But my question is this: why will you sleep, wake up, and you just want someone else to come and dress your bed? Why will you not eat food and you just want someone else to just wash your plate? The only way they pay me pass is the point that somebody will just leave that plate in the garden. The other day, while Pere was having a conversation with a particular female housemate, I think it has to do with Mercy or Alex, Pere confessed that he caught a particular female housemate using a toilet brush to wash the sink where they are supposed to be brushing their mouth. He paid me say, Pere no mention the name of this particular female housemate, because me, I will drag this person in this video. And over to strategy, I just want to understand exactly what Kidwire is just doing. Kidwire, the very first time you made your way into Biggie's house, you left everything you were doing. You actually have this 120 million, but you walked into Biggie's house. You told CEEC, what if I give you the 120 million, then you just leave? The funniest part of this particular conversation is that Kidwire made us believe that he has this 120 million naira at home. Then what exactly are you doing in Biggie's house? It's as good as when 2 people now went for a job interview. One is telling another, just go home, don't bother attending this interview, and by the time they employ only me, then I'm going to employ you, or maybe I'll be paying you monthly. Does it even make sense to you? Of course, CEEC turned down the proposal, but most of the housemates are just busy accepting unnecessary proposal, because Kidwire made the same attempt yesterday by trying to convince 1 or 2 housemates for them to just call his name during the time they were asked to just mention the particular housemate that they just want to pardon after the HOH challenge, and also the black envelope, of which no housemate was able to find the black envelope that contained immunity. Cross accepted and went into the diary room and mentioned the name of Kidwire. Some people are now dragging Cross, that Cross fell for it, but I have seen Cross and Kidwire go on vacation before they made their way to Biggie's house. You never can tell, maybe it was Kidwire that sponsored it. So Cross felt that Kidwire might just repeat the same, hence he just chose to do so. When Kidwire realized that after all his proposal that everybody just ignored, and went into the diary room to call another person's name, because Fraud was the husband that went the pardon in for week 3. Now so Kidwire began to pick offense and fight with all the housemates that he made this particular proposal with. He also told she went in there and just called Fraud, because this time around it's all about a season's battle. According to Doyin said that he realized that all these people will just team up with their fellow housemate that they participated together in a particular season, and now choose to pardon this particular housemate. Doyin said that she realized so that was her only reason for mentioning the name of Adekule in the diary room. Stay back to the conversation of Kidwire picking an offense that after his fake proposal that nobody obliged. I just have to say that he was fighting with Ure. Ure just explained to Kidwire, yes, I understood exactly what you mean, but I just have to say the truth, because I cannot tell you, okay, I called your name, and at the end you realize I did not call your name. Now so Kidwire began to blackmail Ure of taking Ure as one of the BFF, this one, that one. Anyway, they were able to resolve it because they kept on going back and forth.
That's too easy for you.
and I just appreciate it.
Still on personality and strategy, Shebi na yesterday morning where Soma con get panic attack, abi anxiety, but he was able to pull through and compete during the head of the house challenge, and he was among the top 3, and he couldn't find the block envelope. Now guys, somehow he don't move from anxiety to unlocking bra. Angel now told Soma, it was so easy for you. I will not appreciate it because that means you're being around. And that reminds me of a particular scene of Queen Charlotte, when Queen Charlotte and George were to consummate their marriage for the very first time. And Queen Charlotte was busy telling King George, I made the wrong choice of night dress because this one has a lot of button. And King George replied, don't worry, I'm very good with buttons. Are you sure that Soma did not learn from Queen George? They had a conversation. I just have to tell you, since Soma did not find this black envelope, and since Soma did not win the head of the house challenge, and all the drama of anxiety and panic attack did not work because the housemate did not call his name as the housemate that they want to pardon for week 3, expect a very strategic ship with Soma and Angel. Just last night, Soma don't already go cook Indomie for Angel for last night. Soma refused to go to bed. When Angel was like, are you still playing around? You don't want to go to bed on time? And Soma replied, I don't want you to be lonely. And Angel was like, you don't want me to be lonely, or you yourself don't want to be lonely? He said, okay, I don't want me and you to be lonely. Soma automatically turned from one who has a panic attack to that lover boy. The kind of love that existed between King George and Queen Charlotte is about to play itself this week. The way Soma go take Love Angel this week and play this lover boy role, all of una go gather una IUC, and you will be so intoxicated with it that you will even know when you start voting for Soma instead of the favorite you actually wanted to even vote for. Now remember that CEEC and ILEBAYE are automatically up because they are serving punishment from the fight that they had on Saturday night. Speaking about ILEBAYE, Ike has already made up his mind that he will be the particular husband that is going to give ILEBAYE her third strike that will just automatically disqualify her from this particular show. Ike is even doing it openly because he has a conversation with Mercy saying that he is going to deal with Mercy Eke's little girl. And Mercy Eke was trying to know the particular person, and codedly she realized and was now begging Ike, please do not do that. And he was telling Ike was telling Mercy, oh yeah, you just have to behave right. Even Mercy interceded on behalf of ILEBAYE. Yes, me personally, I am going to do right. Please leave ILEBAYE alone. And even still on ILEBAYE and Ike has already made an attempt to do that. I love the fact that ILEBAYE realized what Ike was doing and just walked out from that particular scene. Then ILEBAYE and JURIES were having a conversation. ILEBAYE has been moving around, apologizing to people that she has had a fight with in the house.
You're such a sweet girl outside, and I understand that the house is crazy. So I'm sorry if I made you feel like I really do not have any bad intentions.
Just like Angel just told ILEBAYE, can we just hug it out? And ILEBAYE opened her arms and they hugged. And I was like, we girls, we too they fight. We just the people right here and there, especially when we were in our red days. And Angel made mention that ILEBAYE is a sweet girl because they have hanged out not once but maybe twice outside the house. See girls, I don't even understand exactly what caused the score. Anyway, Angel also appreciate ILEBAYE for making the move for them to have this conversation, because left for her Angel that she's not even good at that, and she will even beef the person till the end of time. And they have settled their issue. And Angel also told ILEBAYE, please stop saying that people are just making you feel little here and there. All those reasons why she's just standing up for herself, that everybody is fine with her. Now, ILEBAYE returned back to DOYIN to tell DOYIN that she has had a conversation with Angel. And ILEBAYE is asking DOYIN, should I go ahead and have a conversation with Mercy and Venita or also apologize to them? DOYIN told her, please do not do that. That she overheard Mercy and Venita planning with Ike to give her the third strike that will just automatically disqualify her. And aside that Venita actually said a lot, 2-3 bad things about her. And I have to support this particular advice because DOYIN might not be that domesticated girl, just like I always say in every of my video, but she's very smart that she noticed everybody's strategies. And she's this particular friend that ILEBAYE actually need in this house. Just stay on your own. Don't apologize to anybody, but please do not disrespect anybody. And I love the fact that ILEBAYE is already coming out from her shell, because ever since that double strike was issued to her, she has been this moody girl. But I saw her playing with Cross in the garden, and for the first time I saw her laugh. I was like, this is it. And prior to that, I saw when JURIES was just holding ILEBAYE. I was like, this is the character of ILEBAYE that I want. Just be the baby of the house. And you watch those people baby you and pamper you. By the time they realize it, you do already reach like week 7, week 8, aiming to be the top 5. I talk strategy here, I talk personality there, that I forgot to tell you all that this is the voice of the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces of all the entire occurrence of the ongoing BBNAIJA Season 8 Teamed All-Stars, and my only primary assignment is to always summarize all the entire occurrence that has occurred, occurrence that might bet for that occurrences. People are just having conversation and just making up, and Venita is insisting that she will never talk to you. That one is her business. Now, camera has moved up to the head of the house. CeEC has gone to occupy the entire bedroom of the head of the house, whereas Ike found himself just sleeping on the couch. That's after working so hard to just win that head of the house. I felt that CeEC and Ike cannot share the bed, and I love the fact that Mercy, in as much as she had access to even be in the head of the house, yes, she has decided to just go back to her bed in the night, not spend the night there. Remember that Mercy has a boyfriend. May she not go just stylishly spend a night in the head of the house with Ike on the same bed. The boyfriend outside, the one that has promised Mercy 120 million to come to this show, she might just fight with the guy. And just like Mercy told us, the guy is watching 247. So Mercy does not want to lose her relationship outside just because of lying on the head of the house bed. And it may seem as though White Money has no business with the kitchen today, and White Money was seen lying in the blue bed while DOYIN is just making up, and CeEC just walked in. Three of them are having a conversation, and CeEC is now complaining to DOYIN that White Money does not behave anymore like he used to behave towards her, that she does not understand exactly what she did to White Money. And all this complaint has to do with the fact that White Money did not bother asking CeEC, what will you have for breakfast? They just went on going back and forth on that. And then CeEC was able to let us know that she's an emotional person, and DOYIN concurred with her that all these ladies that used to have tough exterior, they build such tough walls because they don't want to be hurt easily. So if you're able to just crack those walls, that you can easily penetrate them. White Money said that yes, he already understood CeEC a long time ago and also understood DOYIN. They were just going back and forth, and I just love the tantrum that CeEC was just throwing. She was just looking for a way to convince White Money to just do the breakfast. At the time she left and she now came back in, it was just a very friendly and healthy conversation. CeEC also had a conversation with Cross while she was just upstairs. Cross was downstairs. It was calling Cross, and Cross was intentionally ignoring CeEC based on the fact that CeEC just dumped him and now went upstairs. And CeEC now told Cross, if you don't speak to me like this, so I will not speak to you at all. And Cross was, they just remained upstairs, but they're just teasing each other because of the fact of CeEC's position and Cross position. Just like I said, the housemates are just getting ready for their weekly wager, but I just have to tell you to just brace yourself. You see, this week is going to be chaotic, it's going to be dramatic. Yes, 17 housemates that are up for possible eviction on Sunday are going to create things that will convince you to just vote them and keep them in the house. Remember that today that is Tuesday, by 1 p.m. they are going to start their direct session, so expect Juries to tell a story that will convince you to just vote for her. And know that there's going to be series of shifts here, because the shift that we are also expecting, speaking about SOMA and Angel, they will create stories of love go choke us this week. And Adekunle and Venita, they are both also up for possible eviction on Sunday. Expect pressure from two of them, because the Venita I have been watching will look for a way to convince Adekunle to just kiss her. Maybe that is how they are going to establish this particular relationship, because the Adekunle I watched in Level Up season, don't they drift away from the things that I know him with. Look at Adekunle just chilling with Venita. If you notice that the more of the time that they give Adekunle camera time, that he is always with Venita, unlike the Adekunle I know, just like I mentioned in Level Up. And speaking about Ike, expect a tyrant ruling from Ike as the head of the house for week 3. And Cross again, expect 1 or 2 cross the boss character, because nobody wants to go home. And Perry is also activating whatever it is that he is having with Alex. I saw Perry last night kneeling on one knee before Alex. Then I thought to myself, is Perry proposing to Alex without a ring? I then realized that Perry is not only explaining but apologizing to whatever it is that happened between him, Perry, and Alex, still on Alex. So during Friday night that they were playing that their truth or dare game, had been an oracle game that was anchored by New and Adekunle. It happened that during commercials that Alex picked a paper that contained who is this particular housemate that you just want to see leave Biggie's house, and Alex, without consideration and thinking, said it's going to be CeEC. So White Money now have a conversation with Alex, telling Alex that you wouldn't have answered that, you would have opted for a drink than answering that. And then Alex, in her usual manner again, started explaining that actually it it was. It's not the explanation. Listen to exactly what white money is telling you. In as much as you will go behind CC and say things, and CC will also stay behind you and say things. But I have to say that this explains why CC was having a conversation with DOYIN the following morning on Saturday morning, where she was mentioning that all her teams hate Alex, especially a particular one that even her team as the CC teams always rejects any gig or any job that has to do with Alex. Once they hear that Alex is among whatever it is, that they are going to turn it down. So CC is just complaining over why Alex will just mention her name. So instead of Alex to not understand that she was done, she was supposed to explain to white money. And I remember that Fraud and Mercy also spoke to Alex after that particular game, telling Alex that you were wrong. There are some questions you just choose to just opt for a drink than to say things that will just cause unnecessary fight.
Tampon paper, tampon, like the girls here are
like yesterday, I mean, like 2 days ago. So
I remember that also Kidwa was asked to pick a particular female housemate and kiss the person for 10 seconds. Kidwa declined and opted for a drink. He reached Alex turn. She was just too quick to mention the name of CC. It's Tuesday morning. They have had their shower. Most of them has taken their breakfast. Others are busy getting ready for their weekly wage attacks. Sitting pretty here, waiting for the dramas, the chaos, and the strategies to start playing because the voting lines are just on. Please wait, make the call entertain you before you start voting so that you will vote for the right people. In as much as we will never can tell at the end of the day, no matter the people that are in the bottom 3, at the end, it is still the eviction juries that will still decide the particular housemates that will be evicted on Sunday. Is there anything that happened yesterday that I did not unpack? Please do remind me in the comment section because nobody is a monopoly of knowledge. And it's okay for you to argue with me with all the things that I have said from my own point of view. But please, when you are doing that, 1 Corinthians 14:40. And if you agree with me as well, thank you so much. If this is the first time ever you are coming across my channel, please do not leave without publicly promoting and publicizing my channel by simply clicking on the red icon down below to subscribe to my channel. And also do endeavor to turn on the notification bell that is right beside the subscribe button for you not to miss out once I upload every fresh, interesting gist that has to do with the ongoing BBNAIJA Season 18 All-Stars edition. As an entertainer, it's always my pleasure to entertain you all with entertaining entertainment, and it's